Assalamu alaikum. Yamin, you were asking me this question. Look at that. He said that this is the equation of a graph. Okay. Y is equals to 2 sine 4x. You remember in the class I told you there are few characteristics which we need to know when we want to find the maximum or minimum value. First of all, sine of 4x, in the place of sine 4x, we need to replace plus 1 and minus 1 to get the maximum or minimum value. So one time in the place of sine 4x, you write plus 1, and second time you have to write in the place of sine 4x minus 1. What is the answer? 2 and minus 2. So minus 2 is the minimum value. Sorry, the minus 2 is the minimum value and maximum value is 2. Now come to the amplitude. Amplitude is calculated from the central line. Did you see the vertical shift is 0? Yani he didn't write anything outside. So it means the x-axis will be the central line. X-axis will be the central line. From the central line, how much he goes up and how much he goes down. He writes here the amplitude. Any number which is multiplied behind the sine or cosine function, that is called the amplitude. And amplitude is the distance yani of the peak or the bottom, yani the very bottom of the wave of the sine or the cosine function. This is the peak and this is the very bottom. So so central line, from the central line you have to go 2 units up and 2 units down. So this is called amplitude. Now come to the period. The formula for the period is always we write here 360, because you remember the period of sine and cosine is 360 and the period of tan is 180. So the period is 3, yani if you want to find the period of any function, you have to write here 360 divided by the frequency. This number, which is the horizontal stretch with a scale factor of 1 over 4, this is called frequency. Now divide the frequency here. So 360 divided by 4 will give you 90 degrees. So 90 degree will be the period. Now, when we go to the next question, you can see the period very easily. But the best thing is, first, where is the central line? The central line is x-axis. Wow. So it is y is equal to 0. How much he has gone up? 5 units up and 5 units down. So my amplitude is 5. So 5. Now, the next question is it a sine graph or a cosine graph? Look, guys, I want to tell you. Sine graph always starts from the central line. Cosine graph starts not from the central line. So it is for sure a cosine graph. So cosine, I don't know what is the frequency. For finding the frequency, you need to know the period. How can I find the period? You start from here, you end at here. Am I right? So check that. Where do you stop? You stop here. We don't know what is this point. He didn't tell us that yani how many waves we have. But one thing is sure. One thing is sure. Imagine from 0 to 360 degree is the period of the cosine, is the period of cosine. How many complete waves are produced? Can you, this is one cycle, this is second cycle, this is a third cycle. So three cycles are produced within a standard period. So the standard period is 360 degree. So frequency should be 3. I can easily find the period. If you want to find a period, so period is equals to 360 divided by 3 will give you how much? 120 degrees. So basically that was 120 degree, the period of this function. Anyways, the frequency is 3 because there are 3 cycles are produced within the standard range of 360 degree. So I'm going to write here 3x. Do you understand? Now 5 is the amplitude and 3 is the frequency, and frequency is calculated by what is the formula? 360 degree divided by the period. So the period was of this function 120. We cancel that, we got the answer 3, because look, I'm starting from here and ending it here, and what is this point? That is 120. Thank you. I hope you understand this.